Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the S.H. Figuarts Avengers Infinity War movie Iron Man Mark 50 figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about you.
And a quick look at the side of the box. You can see a small picture of the figure, the Avengers logo, S.H. Figuarts, Iron Man Mark 50, and Avengers Infinity War logo. And more the same on the other side. Alright, so I have the Iron Man Mark 50 armor out of the package, and this guy is clean. And I say this all the time about S.H. Figuarts when they release Iron Man armors. They can really do no wrong in my eyes. They always do a very good job. It's really just a matter of how things are going to hold up over time as far as the joints getting loose or any paint chipping or anything like that. But straight out of the package, everything looks very clean. The joints are tight. This is probably one of my favorite movie armors and probably one of my favorite Iron Man figures overall so far. I really do like this guy a lot. Let's get into his accessories. Out of the package, he comes with 2 fists attached. These look fine. And then he also comes with 2 open flat palms, and these can be used for simulating flight. And swapping them out was no issue. These look great. And then he comes with a set of open palms with the fingers slightly spread. And then he comes with an additional set of open hands with the fingers slightly spread. However, these have little pegs on the front, so that way you can tab on his Repulsor Blast effects. This is pretty common with Iron Man figures from SHF. These are already in the upright blasting position too. And then he's packed in with a short set of blasts. And again, this is common. And you can see a little bit of white right at the base of where the energy is emitting from. And these look fine. A little warped, but they look fine. Then he's got a longer set. And these are a little warped as well. They can use a little hot water, cold water, but I do like them. I like the color scheme. I like the white here again and that sort of little frosted look. And these will probably look really nice when you get some light on them and get them in a display. He's also packed in with his boosters. Again, blue. That's the theme here for the repulsors and the boosters. And that is also something that is very common with the Iron Man figures. So this all looks fine. But wait, there is more. So being that this is Iron Man's Blue Beetle armor, this is his shape-shifting armor. He does come with some parts to simulate that sort of power set for this particular armor. And his forearm detaches from the bicep here, so you can plug on another part on the left arm, on both arms actually, but we'll do the left arm first. It looks like you're gonna attach his hand back to the front of this once you get it on the forearm. So that's what I'll do. Bang, bang. There's that. And that looks cool. I like that a lot. I'm wondering if you can get one of the repulsor blasts in there though. Is that how that works? No, you can't because there's no peg there. But I guess if you had some sort of energy effect, you could do your thing or put a cutout on the front of there or whatever you want to do. But I don't like the way it attaches though. It kind of makes it, the way it attaches to the bicep makes it where you have to turn the forearm in order to make it look right. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of that, but it does look really cool though. And like I mentioned, the right arm is detachable in the same fashion, so I've already removed it, and I'll swap on the other accessory that he has. And it's the same sort of situation here. So again, it attaches sideways and not upright. So when you plug it in, then you have to rotate the bicep in order for it to be upright. And I'm not really a fan of that, but it is still cool. Just giving you a closer look at that and a closer look at the energy at the front of the weapon, and I really like how they did that. It looks like electricity. Looks like the weapon is charging up, and this is dope. Just taking a closer look at the deco, very shiny. You can see the lights bouncing off of this. Everything looks pretty good. I don't really see any paint imperfections yet. I haven't really scratched them up yet. I love all of this sort of burgundy and gold and the blue highlights And again, this is probably one of my favorite movie armors so far. I really do like the sleek design of this. It's just an improvement every single time he goes up a mark. It seems like the armors have gotten better, and they look better in my personal opinion. So again, with SHF, it's really just a matter of you keeping everything in pristine condition, and hopefully this guy will hold up and there won't be any loose parts or any problems. But again, the deco from top to bottom looks very good. I like the helmet. I like the blue portions in the eye. I like the way the chest piece looks. In terms of articulation, it's pretty much the standard articulation that we've received on just about every SHF Iron Man figure. The head moves independently of the neck, but because of that, you get a very good range of motion. He can look down, he can look up far, as you saw when I showed the simulated flight pose, and the head will pivot on that joint. It'll turn left to right, do a full 360 if you wanted to. You get a great range of motion in the head. Shoulders are on a ball joint. They're going to come up very far. Aside from the ball joint, they're also on a butterfly joint, so you get a great range of motion. You can do a full 360. You get a bicep swivel. It'll swivel a little bit on this joint as well, so great range of motion in the shoulders and the upper arms. You get a double jointed elbow, you get a swivel and a slight hinge on the wrist. You get upper torso articulation. It'll move forward and back. You get a couple of more clicks going forward with the ab down here. You can turn them at the upper torso. I don't think you can turn them at the waist though, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the abdomen goes. I guess you can call this a T-joint here at the pelvis. The legs will come up pretty far. And you can see there's a double joint here that simulates an upper thigh swivel, and it actually swivels on the joint right there by the pelvis as well. I'm pretty sure he can get a decent split. Yeah, this is their newer articulation scheme that they've been using as of late. So you can see double ball pegs in there. You get a great range on the legs. You get a double jointed knee, and you get a hinge on the foot, a nice deep hinge, a nice deep pivot, and you get a toe joint as well. So Iron Man is highly articulated. You got to be careful with this joint here in the pelvis though, as far as like tucking everything back, because it is the newer system with the old drop down method as well too. So I gotta put that back right. Alright, so I got that situated. It should be noted that the foot will swivel as well. So you get a swivel, a hinge, a pivot, and the toe joint. And I don't normally do this, but there's everything in the clamshell. I just wanted to show this little part here that they've been including in a bunch of different figures. So you can actually use this to port it into his back here. You will plug out this little portion here in the middle of his back, and then you'll plug this in, and then you can get him on a stand, although he does not come with a stand. Alright, a couple quick size comparisons. If you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War yet, I really don't know where you've been or what you're doing, but you need to see it as soon as possible. The movie was pretty much action-packed beginning to end. At the beginning, in one of the opening scenes in New York, Iron Man fought alongside Spider-Man, and then he fought alongside Doctor Strange and Wong, so I figured I'd break them out first. You got the Avengers Infinity War Doctor Strange on the left, and the Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man on the right. Spider-Man in that early fight was in his tech suit, so that's why I have him here. And then there he is next to everybody's favorite character, Star-Lord. That's the Avengers Infinity War Star-Lord on the left, and the Iron Spider on the right. So at some point in the movie, Tony hooked up Spider-Man with the Iron Spider suit, and you get to see the suit in action when they fight on Titan. And yeah, everything's looking pretty good here. You want to see how Iron Man stacks up next to Thanos? Then stay tuned. Thanos' review will be next. And it should be noted that yes, the head can pop off. And I was trying to pop out this the whole neck portion here to see if I can put this part on from the Iron Man Mark IV figure, so that way I can get the unmasked head on. But this part is not really coming out, and I don't want to force it out. I assume that you probably could heat it up and pop it out, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this will be able to swap onto the peg in there. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to do it right now, but just so you can see if it did work, the head would look pretty cool on there. I'm just trying to get it set on there. Yeah, so the head would look decent on there if it did work. And then there's that one. But yeah, the peg hole is not the same, so you're not going to be able to just pop it on there. But that would be cool if you could. Alright, one more size comparison and I gotta get out of here. I don't really have time to do a display at the end of this video right now. In fact, Iron Man kind of skipped the line in order of reviews that I was supposed to put out. I just put up Doc Ock. I was supposed to do the Spider Build-A-Figure and then the overview of that wave, but because I got Iron Man and Thanos in today, and I know a lot of people wanted to see those, I figured I'd get started on those reviews. But back there is the Marvel Legends Cole Obsidian Build-A-Figure, which I think scales really nicely with the SHF figures. I'd really like to see SH Figuarts do the complete Black Order, which I highly doubt. I'd like to see them do more figures from Avengers or from the Guardians of the Galaxy from the Avengers Infinity War movie too. A Gamora, Drax. You know, I'd like to see them do the entire team from Titan, everybody for the most part. I highly doubt that's going to happen. They did hit us with some surprises as far as doing the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie and the figures from that. And they're going to be doing a Nick Fury figure, and I'm sure at some point we'll see Captain Marvel once her movie drops. So it's looking very promising regardless. But this Iron Man came out nice. It's one I would definitely recommend. I mean, I feel like the movie was a hit, so a lot of people want to get the characters and the figures from the movie, and you definitely should not snooze on this guy. He came out really, really nice. So, as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.